Well, hello, good morning. I hope you're having an amazing day. I actually uploaded part 2, including what you're going to see now. And I felt it was way too long. And I kept thinking about it. I'm like, it's an hour. That is ridiculous. So I thought, okay, let's split this up. So I made a part 3 so that way whoever wants to see whichever backpack, it's on its own video. However, I am going to keep linking the videos here and in the description below. That way, if you want to see the other options that I talk about in all of this 3-part series, I hope it's just 3 parts, that you'll be able to see those other backpacks and reviews and how I feel about them. Anyway, I am packing now. So I leave tomorrow morning. I leave less than 24 hours. First flight in a year. I was gonna say 2 years. That's totally wrong. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, go ahead and give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's check out the Osprey Tempest 24 liter. It's been a couple days because this was delayed in transit. Can you believe that? Yeah, you can. I mean, these things happen. I get it. Look, we've had a lot of storms, rains all across the West Coast, and I can totally understand things being delayed in transit at this time. Oh, one thing I think I forgot to mention for the Maya backpack is the fact that this adjusts here. So you can adjust it for your torso, though it doesn't have sizes like the smaller Tempest ones, where it has like the extra small, blah, blah, blah. So you just kind of push it down in there. I don't know if you can see that. You just kind of push it down and then Velcro it in. And it stays pretty good. So this would be kind of all the way in. It's probably the smallest. Oh, anyway. Just thought I'd share that. This is the one I was kind of waiting for because it has a little bit different design than the other Tempest groups. And I'm going to zip that up there. So let me show you the features of this bag. And I'll put the dimensions up here as a comparison so you can understand the difference between both the Maya and then the Tempest 24. So you're probably going to think, oh, it's the Tempest. It's going to be the same design. It really is a little bit different. It's the upper part that's different. So let me show you that. Let's swing this camera around. Trying to see if this is in frame. It looks like it. Okay. Right here. All right. Let's go with that. All right. Oh, as you saw in the dimensions, they're a little bit different. Even though they're about a 1 liter apart, so it kind of makes sense. It still has the same design where it has, this little thing where you can hook a headlamp or a reflector light there. This one has the front pocket, so as you saw on the the Talon 22. Then this has the front pocket, which I do love this pocket. I just feel like it provides something different. The only thing I could see the benefit of the one that's the bungee cord, which was from part 1 video, is the fact that you could cinch it up super small if you were trying to get it underneath a seat and you have it super packed. That would be the benefit of this, but I think this provides some different types of compression straps than the Maya 25 that may be beneficial for that. Well, there's that. And so it just has a little clip here. So you could make it a little bigger. Sometimes I've seen in some of the videos where people have put their bicycle helmet in here because this one does not have the bicycle helmet latch as the other ones do. Okay, so there's that. This has a pocket on top, which, as you recall, the other one was more up here. This one has it right here. And then the opening is more bucket style. Oops, I'm taking both zippers. So it's more bucket style. like this. Here is where the top pocket is, and this is where the second pocket is. Like, this is how it should be. Now, when you have this full, it's obviously going to flop down, which I don't care because it's a true pocket. It's a true pocket, people. That's what makes it nice. You could put quite a few things in here and here. And this is a good size, pretty generous pocket. It does fall within, let me show you this way. It does fall within this particular shape. So it's not like a square or anything. And then this pocket is a big rectangular one. It is loose, which I actually like because then you can kind of puff it up and put more things in it. I think what I've noticed is that when it's sewn in, it makes it kind of tight to put things in there because it's structured. And I see why people complain about this, but I can see why it is, because you can actually put more things in there. It's a little more generous when you puff it out like this. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. But if it was sewn in, it would be the back would be very flat, and this would be very limited in putting things in. And I'll show you that with the Maya. This is sewn in here. Oh, it's a little, see where it's just limited because you have a solid backing in there. So that's the difference. It also has the little keychain thingamajig. So that is the difference between those two styles. Obviously, the dimensions are a little bit bigger than the neck size down, which is the Tempest 20, or the men's version, the Talon 22. This is the women's. I always use those quotes because I just don't feel like, so this is a 24 liter and the Talon is a 26 liter. I think I'm just going to say it like that because I think that makes it better. And they do come in both two different sizes. So in this one is extra small, small, and medium large, and the Talon one comes in small, medium, I think it's small, medium, and then medium large or something like that. What another difference is that I've already sent the other ones back because those other ones were too small, which I think you got a clue with if you watched part 1. But I don't remember it having this, and in all the videos I watched, it did not have the adjustment. So from the 24 up, for both the Tempest and the Talon, they have the adjustable as the Maya does. And with that information, I did get the extra small, small, because I knew I could adjust it my own way. If that makes sense. Because before, it was like, it was coming out like right here, and I couldn't adjust it up to make it fit. So it does have this air escape here. It has the hip belts here. I will say the pockets are very similar in size. Once you put them on, don't put your stuff in here if you don't have it on. That is not a true testament on how and what you can put in the pocket. You have to have it on your body. I was able to slip phones in and out of here, but I'm going to correct myself, because even though I could put it on here, once I put it on my body, this curved a little bit, and it was actually a little more difficult to get things in and out of this one and the Gregory backpack. So you can't put things in as such as this. It has to be on your body. So just remember that. This has some pretty decent padding. I don't know why this one felt a little bit better on me, being the extra small, small, than the smaller version, but I'm thinking it's just because it was a smaller version. It does have the trekking pole, little tabs here. It does have this little mesh pocket, which is something that I really loved in the first time I was looking at the Tempest 9. It has it on all of them. It actually snaps away if you want to put something in there that's maybe a little smaller, like chapstick or something like that. Sunscreen. It has, these are little things just for the, you know, what do you call those things? The hydration hose. They're on both sides, but you can easily hang stuff from this. The This moves up and down. It is very tight, so you just, once you get it into place, don't move it. That's all I can say. It does have the load lifters, which actually, I'd never thought this would be beneficial, but it actually really is. Really is. Nice generous pockets on the side. Yeah, let me do it on this side. With compression straps. I'm going to open this up. Now this is kind of nice because if you fill the bag up and you have a lot of clothes or jackets or things like that in there and you want to cinch it down, and get it over here, then it's easily, you just pull it down really tight. So that's super nice. And I have seen where you can put this on the inside as well, but I haven't been able to figure out how to do that. I don't know if that's on the larger versions that they're talking about or just this or all these. So I haven't figured out how to do that. I guess I can look inside and see. Nope, I don't see nothing. Anyway, let me get a bottle. Obviously I don't have this loaded. I have my 40-ounce bottle in here and could just tighten it up. I think I loosened it up a little too much. Okay, there we go. It'll stay in there. Well, I've got to probably tighten it a little more. So it has the hydration opening in the back. So it doesn't provide that extra little sleeve that the Maya has, but it is, what I'm hearing is very convenient to be able to get it out of here. It just seems still a little tight, not as tight as the other ones, but it does seem a little tight. But having it on the outside is more convenient, but having its own pouch that I can use for other things, which is really nice on the Maya. So it's kind of like a back and forth type thing where I like a lot of features on this one, I like a lot of features on the other one. Very difficult decision to make because I'm not going to get everything from both. All right, it's try on time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the same stuff in that, or very similar to what I have put in on the other try-ons. So I'm going to put the puffer jacket. Oh, you know what I forgot to put the laptop case. So this is going to go in one thing. Oh, let me take the puffer out again. This is the thing with one, I feel like I'm not putting this in here correctly. Ah, there we go. I think it's just figuring out how to use things, you know. All right. So that's the thing with, again, one pocket is that you have to put things in a way that, you know, kind of works. And then I think what I'm going to do is put this little bum bag in. Okay, this is something that's kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm just not cinching it up, but I'm noticing the bottles falling out. I think what I'm missing is that on the other ones, there was a strap up here. I feel like this may not work because this keeps popping out. And I'm carrying 2 bottles, one for me, one for Sadie, and that's going to be annoying if I'm just constantly, the bottle's falling out because maybe the pocket's not deep enough. All right, let's do this. Again, I love the blue color. It's like the perfect shade of blue. And I'm not going to buy something just because it's blue. Well, maybe. All right, so this is right on my hips. Ugh, I think I tightened it a little too much. Maybe it's because the straps aren't in. Okay, yeah. All right, pull that down. There you go. That feels good. You can grab the load lifters. Pull it close to your body. Yeah, that feels good. See, this feels a little bit different than when I did the 9, the Tempest 9 and the extra small. Just feels a little different. Now, I have to say, I tried this on last night. See, this feels so much different than the Tempest 9. The Tempest 9, when I did the extra small, it was so small. It felt like I was struggling to get into a very small, tight shirt. That's what it felt like, if that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Oh, but this feels very nice. I think it's because it's a little bit longer. So this feels very nice. I want to tighten the straps just a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this feels good. I like the size of it. Here's the size. Can you see it there? I don't know. I hope you can see it. It feels really good. It's not like the other one when I tightened it. No matter how much I loosened it, I felt like with the 9, it like really cut into me. And I think that was just because of the shape it was and the dimensions. But this one feels pretty decent. Could I probably have got the men's version and maybe felt like it would fit a little better? Maybe. But on the Talon 22, remember, I think it was the Talon 22, it was the Talon 11. It had that little gap right here, and it made me feel like when I walked, it wouldn't be rubbing on me. And I have that little bit of gap here, and I like that. I don't want it to where it's so far over here that when I'm walking, it's rubbing here. So I feel like I have that little bit of openness here, and also a little bit of breathing. So it feels good. I was worried a little bit on the frame because this has an internal frame, and the other one, this one, the Maya, is frameless, so it bends a little more. It's a little more manageable. Malleable. It's a little more malleable. It bends. And I kind of like that. I think one of the things on this one is that I feel like it's a little on the larger side. And trying to figure it out. But yeah, this feels good. I'm going to go back. Let's put on the Maya again with the same items and see how that feels. The other thing about these is that this particular one goes at an angle that way, so if you can reach back there, I think I mentioned that. But it has this strap, which is higher, and that's going to hold my stuff in. That's going to hold my water bottle in, my trekking poles in, or whatever. That one, not so much. You only have one option, one place to do your trekking pole. Here, I have 2 options. Either I can do it in the front through the side, or I can put it here and strap it up here. So it doesn't have a compression strap down here. I wish it had a compression strap here, like right where it's at, and then one down here so I can tighten on the inside, so I could tighten up all of the items in here. That makes sense? That would be really nice to be able to tighten this up a little more. That's what I would have hoped with this one. Also, this Maya is wider than the Miko version. Now that is something for me to think about. It's like, I don't like the width on this because I feel like it would carry all the load down here, where I want it more distributed. All right, so I have it in the lowest here. And I have adjusted that a couple times just to see. It feels pretty good. Oh, forgot the load lifters. It's in the back. This is where it's kind of full. You can probably notice that it feels a little bit wider down there than on the other one. I just wish it had compression straps down here to bring this in a little tighter. I like the fact that it has a compression strap to hold the bottle in, and that this pocket is larger than the other one. I'm very like on the fence because I don't like it this wide, but I like this size. I like the way it feels. I like the color, but I like the other one too because of the way the pockets are and everything. All right, so now that you've seen both of them and you've seen how they look, I'll go over what I think the pros and cons are, because I really am down to these two versions, hopefully. I really do think the pros on this is the fact that it has an extra pocket for either a water bladder. I can use it for my laptop case, even though it's not a dedicated laptop case. I have a padded case for it, so that works out. I like the fact that it has the compression strap high enough on very tall water bottles where it's going to hold it together. I like the fact also that this hydration bladder could also be used for like wet clothes or stuff like that if on an excursion or something like that. Like the fact that this has ample storage room in here, even though I don't like the fact that I can't compress it down, so it's not as wide, and this way I can pull a little bit more of the items closer to my body, so I have more of a balanced load of items that I'm carrying in here. So I wish it had that. I wish it had compression straps on the bottom. I like the generous pockets that they are. They're about the same size as the other one, but this is a feature that I was looking for. I think the back panel on here is very nice, and having a frameless where it doesn't have like a metal border around here is actually quite nice. But there are benefits and not benefits to that. Love the mesh pocket in the front and having two equally separate pockets. So that's that one. For the Tempest 24, what I really like, of course, is the color's perfect. Although red is my second favorite color, so not like that's going to be a deal breaker. I love the mesh pocket in the front. I like the bucket style top to get in. It's nice and wide, and I enjoy that it has two separate pockets. So this style is better than the other styles of the Tempest version. This back area, it's actually really nice. It feels really nice. I can see on here that the only thing is that if you have a larger bum area, then this bottom frame may hit on you. And it took a little while for me to adjust it in order for it not to do that. Oh, I think it's just finding what you like, but having a good structure that still has a little bit of flexibility, but this is an internal frame one, and that makes it really nice. And having a little more curve on your back area, this provides more of a natural style fit. I love having this little pocket here to be able to throw easy things in, such as the pocket camera or a tripod, a mini tripod or something like that. This is nice. Hip pockets are a plus. This was the only style that I was looking at with ones with hip pockets. I think the benefit of having an external one on this size bag is that it is a little bit more open than the smaller version, so you could get your bladder in and out. So this is a benefit. So it's like a pro and con. It's like on that one it has a dedicated area, and on this one it has an external area, which you don't have to open anything to be able to get it in and out. The con is that it's also open. You don't have an extra pocket to use, and it could be succumb to any elements in the air, so would get in there. So the one thing that I think is a huge con for me is that my water bottles stick out a little bit farther, and it doesn't have a strap up on top to be able to kind of cinch it in or hold it in. That's one of the biggest things. I like this size depth than the one on the Maya. Although I think it's that depth because it has those very nice generous pockets for very large hydro flasks or something like that. So that makes it a huge benefit for that particular one. My thought on it is going back and forth. I can see using either one because I believe I could probably put a little, I could cinch this up and tighten this here to make it a little tighter, hold it in. There's things like this that I can do. This is one of my biggest cons right now, is because I typically have to carry two of them for Sadie, one for me and one for the dog. And so there's not another one of those little latches on this side. And I was really thinking that this would probably be the one for me, just because the size and the dimensions and the way it felt. Well, I'm really looking at to see which one overall is going to be the winner of this particular backpack, like research, finding the best one for travel excursions, hiking, just an overall good backpack. Put in the comments below and let me know which one you think I chose. So when you're seeing this video, I will be flying to Texas. In my next video, the following Saturday, you will see which backpack I took to the Lone Star State. All right. I hope you enjoyed these videos. If you did, go ahead and give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.